What? Am I live though? Okay, so I'm live here, but let me check on Instagram. I don't even know if I'm live on Instagram, but I'm not going to worry about it. And we'll remove that. And let me see. Save changes. All right, and TikTok. Okay. All right. So we are going to, this saw the Knight of Wands. We're going to look at whether or not this whole, I'm on different platforms, so I want to be careful of the language in which I speak. I don't want this video taken down. So we want to look at the Trump event, and we all know what Trump event that we're talking about. And we want to see whether it was real or if it was staged, right? And so I'm going to be very honest up front. I do not like that man at all. Okay. But when I go to spirit, I bring myself down and I let spirit speak. So we're going to see whether or not that event was staged or if it was real. Okay. So if anybody noticed the caption that, or I shouldn't say the promo that I made is not on TikTok, but it's Trump reading. And then here we have January 6th. And then on the other side, we have him raising the fist, telling people to fight, right? And I was just combining the two because the two, on some level, incited violence. Okay. I just saw the 3 of Hearts card, right? So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Spirit, the greatest spirit of all, the Most High, I come to you on this day. I call on the collective spirit teams, the high vibrational ancestors, the spirit guides, the guardian angels, saints, orishas, archangels that follow us on our path. We ask you to speak truth to power. Hold on. You're telling me to cover my head. Hold your line. Listen. When they speak, I listen. They say cover your head. I left my hat at home. So I'm going to use this shirt. And I am covering my head. That's for spiritual protection. Okay. Speak truth to power. Speak truth to power. Speak truth to power. Give us love, light, grace, mercy, infinite wisdom, and knowledge regarding Donald Trump and the assassination attempt. We want to know whether it's real or whether it was staged by his camp. So I must say that although I am tapping in spiritually into this is not based on my opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. But if you know, you know. Okay. First card out, we got the Emperor. Now, again, I'm using this green screen is coming in and out. Okay, so we got the Emperor. That is the Boss card. Whoa. Decrease me and increase you. We speak with the power. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay, there's 9 cards that are out here. Nine is the number of completion. There's a few more steps that you have to take, and it wraps around to a new beginning. And I say that because this election year, even though we got several months ago, um, is towards its last leg. Don't forget that these campaigns um, hire people who are strategists, who know how to crunch numbers. Everything is data based. I want to pull some more cards before I speak. I want to pull some more cards before I speak. Thank you. Calling in the spirit team of Donald Trump, high vibrational ancestors, spirit guides, all the good energies that works for the on high. Speak truth to power. Give us love, light, grace, mercy, infinite wisdom, and knowledge. Was this staged? Was this staged? Wow. Okay. I have the answer. It's like, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. This is too much. This is too much. Hi, Miss Diane. Oh, it's echoing. I don't have my cord for my microphone. And come back in and see if it's okay. Hopefully it's okay. Let me try the settings, audio. Okay. Let me know if that's better. I just changed some of the things in the settings since I don't have the microphone. See if it's working. It's still echoing. Is it still echoing now? 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 Okay. That 9 was a very significant number. The 9 indicates that this was a last ditch effort. This is the boss card. He was previously the boss, and this stopped. Him being in charge stopped. It was on a pause. And with his team looking at the numbers, there was a potential of there still being a pause in him winning this election. And so this is a new way for him to reinvigorate energy and get the golden cup, get the prize. Because look, there's two hangmen. His re-election was in limbo. Now, what's interesting is that the middle card is a child card. And the shooter was extremely young. Now, the armed forces across the world always recruit youth, whether it's mandatory, compulsory, or whether it's volunteer. They want the youth because the youth can be easily molded and manipulated. And look, you have spiritual manipulation of the youth. The youth is in the center. The center is always the most important card. So that's why this youth, this young man, is so confusing to figure out. He's a registered Republican, yet he had some dealings with Democrats, right? But then you have this magician right underneath this child card. This child, right, he's a young adult, was spiritually manipulated. And one of the things that I got in watching the video footage and hearing participants who were there is that people were pointing at the man climbing. They were telling the police, and the police did nothing. So when you have a powerful spiritualist, you will make sure that the people who are in control just do not do their job effectively. Because when you use negative energies, it attacks the mind first. Notice the spirits told me to cover my head during this reading. They want my head covered so that those negative energies cannot get into my head because I'm exposing a truth. So that's why we see, if you go back and you look at video footage from the Kennedy assassination and from the Reagan attempted assassination and the Trump event, there's a lot of strangeness going on. From the way that the crowd responded to the way in which Secret Service responded, and from the testimony of eyewitnesses and what they say, how the police responded, they didn't. Right? And the weirdness of him being able to get that far to attack a person who has Secret Service for life. How does that happen? And all this was done so that he can win. Chariot card. He wanted to win. He wants to win. So yeah, he went to a spiritualist. At least people on his team went to a spiritualist to lay the foundations so that he can play defense and he could be seen as a hero. Not only did he defend himself, but he's a defender of the country. Now, mass shootings have been all over the place. Yep. So he can win. This is another winning card. 3 of Cups. This was a ploy for him to win. There needs to be deeper introspection into the situation. And look, here's a payment card right underneath the Hermit. There was payment that was made. There was payment made to a man so that he could be successful. And it looks like it's turning in his favor. The event was completed. So people say, and the first thing I saw, the first thing that I like, the reporting of it was odd, right? When there's a shooting at an event like that, we usually get an overview of who was hit, who was hurt. It was only talked about Trump, and maybe because he's a president or a former president. Yeah. They did this so that the collective consciousness, or the majority of the collective consciousness, can lean towards him being seen in such a positive light. Now, part of his numbers were Republicans who could not and would not vote for him, who may have no other choice but to vote for Biden, even though they don't want to. There's a lot of people who have him and Hawed on the line between the two candidates, right? There's the independents that's choosing between them. So these people, by the mere coverage of this, are going to sway to his side. I have a lot of young men on my timeline who said, oh my God, this is who we want running the country. We want this guy. And they got him raising the power fist. And they're telling him to fight. Now, what's crazy is that this area, the torso area, is where, when there's an assassination, or by professionals, they go for this area. Even the police, when there's an assailant and they're shooting, they go for the torso area, so it's a bigger target, right? And when generals and leaders take pictures to prove their bravery, they stick out their chests, and all of this is exposed, right? Because this is how vital this section is. This is where all of the major organs are, right? If you go back and look at the footage, Secret Service, who is trained, allowed, after the shots were taken, allowed his total frontal exposed. They're supposed to be covering him. Go look back at the footage of Kennedy and Reagan, both presidents, and watch how the Secret Service acts and reacts. Watch how they cover him. I should say them, because there's two examples. They are covered head to toe. That old battle axe versus 5, 6 Secret Service. How does that happen? They make sure that there were spiritual holes. So that people could not effectively do their job. Now, Trump has been purporting that violence against an adversary is okay, and he has illegitimately won that case in the Supreme Court, and now it is law. Who do you think they're going to blame? Who did they blame for the court cases? Right? And the reason subversive organizations in the U.S., domestic terrorism is the number one threat, and it is allowed while free lunch and free breakfast organizations like the Black Panthers have been dismantled. It's because for some reason, the U.S. government is afraid of these factions and afraid to put them down. And so they prevail. So this is going to be interesting. Look at how the hermit, God's light, God is truth, is shining on this tower moment. Deeper introspection needs to be looked at on this tower moment. Now, I watched Don Lemon, and Don Lemon was on it. He was on it. He broke it down. But then he distanced himself from saying that it was not real, that it was a conspiracy, that it was staged. But he read out commentary that was saying that. Because as a professional journalist, you don't want to be seen as a conspiracy theorist. So he presented it. He asked all the right questions. He even compared the Ronald Reagan shooting and how Secret Service reacted to the Trump situation. It's extremely odd. So they are gearing up if he does not win for civil war. They're gearing up their faction. Hold on. Is deeper introspection, is the U.S. government, CIA, FBI, Secret Service, are they going to be able to unfold this? Are they going to be able to find the truth? They have to follow the money. But the money is funny. It's confusing. Yes, there's going to be justice in the end. They will find out. I don't know when. But justice is here at the end. Look, this devil energy. He used devil energy. There was payment that was involved in this. Yep. And that payment to that spiritualist caused confusion. It caused confusion. This is a confusion card, and this is the center. This is one of the center cards. Nope, it's the center card. Sorry, it's the center card. No, no, no. It's one of the center cards. Wait a second. Let me put these cards. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards. Okay. I was looking at the other card. They cause confusion in the young man's mind. They cause confusion in the people working the events, the security's mind. They use negative energies. So the government needs to follow the money. They need to follow the money. They need to follow the money. It's there, but they're going to have to go deep and follow the money. Is this ploy going to work? Is it going to work? Is this ploy going to work? It's only one card, and they told me to Ace of Swords. They told me to get a different deck. So let me see. Is this ploy going to work for Trump? Is he going to be the next president? Thank you for the follow, Jess. Appreciate it. Is it going to work? 2 Queen of Coins. It's going to have a temporary effect. The truth sayers need to get out there. The people connected to the on high. There needs to be discernment and the bringing out of the truth and being strong so that the impact and the effects can be temporary and they can fail. Right now, the energies are working, but people have to be committed to the truth and really pushing for the truth. Yeah. So it was staged. But it's not like, and this is why Don Lemon said that he did not think that it was staged because there's too many layers of different departments and different people who were involved, and this all unfolded. Well, that's why there was the use of negative energies, spiritual manipulation, so that it can happen. Can't make this shit up. But this is only for entertainment purposes only. This man is a crackpot. This man is a crack pot. Like, I get sick seeing his name. I get sick of the hero and the sympathy. He raped, sexually assaulted people. No sympathy. He says that he could walk out on Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and still be elected president. Only somebody with a negative entity attachment would think that way, let alone say it out loud. Let's look into what's up with him. Let's look into what's up with him. Jesus's first phone. All right, I like that name. Hey, Tage. Okay, let's look. Spirit team of the Most High, speak truth to power. Give us love, light, grace. Give us mercy. Give us infinite wisdom and knowledge as it pertains to Donald Trump's. What's up? What's up with him? What is this? Speak truth to power. Decrease me, increase you. Thank you. He don't listen. He had a path. He had a choice. It has been instilled in him since he was young, a competitive nature. And these things live rent free in his head. So he's always chasing approval. I should have took a screenshot of that. I just got notification that this live was restricted. I just got notification from TikTok that this live was restricted. See what I mean? See what I mean? Since he was a child, this competitive nature has been instilled in him, and so he's always focused on winning. He gets this from his father and wanting and seeking the approval and love of his father. And so this is why there's always such quick action, quick thinking without thought. And the chasing of money and women, because he deems this as success. But he also keeps himself closed off, and it keeps his heart space connected. And this is what translates into that very abrasive rush energy. Now, where's his wife in all this? Strange. He don't listen. God has been speaking to this man, and he don't listen. He lets his lower self lead, and the unhealed parts of himself lead him. Yeah. He's money and success oriented, and he will do whatever he needs to do to bring that success home. And so when God gives him an option, he has his regular path that he can go based upon his lower self, wanting his daddy's approval versus the divine way. And so he is going to be led to take a choice. God's going to continue to speak to him. And he may listen. He may end up listening. So do not count this man out. And that's what God does with all of us, right? We don't listen. We want what we want. And God will, and the good spirits will continue to try and persuade us, try to give us hints and clues. See, I'm full of clarifiers. Yeah, he's been closed off to what his purpose is. And this is what has led him to be a brute. A sexual, unintellectual brute, because emotionally he doesn't have the foundations. So he chases the temporary things, the material wealth and the non-long-term things. It actually gives him anxiety and does not help him. And one day he's going to wake up. One day he's going to wake up and he's going to go for his divine rights and his divine purpose. So, I mean, that's good to know, right? I'd rather see that individual than the unhealedness that he is purporting now. So, that allows me to see the humanity. The humanity. Now, I strategically renamed this broadcast, but they listening. The algorithm be listening. Ciao. So that's that. If anybody has any comments, questions, or statements, let me know. We love likes. We love shares. We love all of that. Yeah. So that's that. I am going to continue to push out this information. And hopefully it will trigger someone to do a deeper look and investigation in the situation. Because although negative energies were used, there has to be some type of practical exchange and application. So there is evidence. Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. All right, everybody. I am off this. It is 8:20. What you laughing at, Miss Diane? Oh, that was a minute ago. So, hey, John Johnson. All right, TikTok. We are out of here. I never remember how to end TikTok. And now, there we go. Okay. 311 viewers. That's nice. What's regulated goods? What's regulated goods? The promo that I made is not on TikTok, but it's active spirit teams. Speak truth to power, speak truth to power, speak truth to power. Give us love, light, grace, mercy, infinite wisdom, and knowledge regarding Donald Trump and the assassination attempt. We want to know. Thank you, Ms. Diane. Or whether it was staged by his camp. So I must say that although I am tapping in spiritually into this is not based on my opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. But if you know, you know. All right. First card out, we got the Emperor. Now, again, on TikTok, the whole live doesn't save, so I'm trying to see what clip. Grace, mercy, infinite wisdom, and knowledge regarding Donald Trump and the assassination attempt. We want to know whether it's real or whether it was staged by his camp. So I must say that although I am tapping in spiritually into this is not based on my opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. But if you know, you know. All right. First card out, we got the Emperor. Now, again, because I'm using this green screen is coming in and out. Okay, so we got the Emperor. The cross card. I'm using this green screen. All right, so I uploaded at least part of the video, and I'll try to do more. Lord have mercy. All right, so we are off this. My people from YouTube didn't come up here. Well, I'm finally got access to this app. I got it up and running and going. So we'll see if it works next time. All right, everybody. See you later.